My son Leo came home from Westgate Middle School buzzing with excitement. Dad, we learn in science today that humans use only 10% of their brains, he said, tapping his temple. Mr. Reed said we have so much untapped potential. I paused. As a neuroscience researcher at Stanford, I'd spent the last decade debunking that very myth, Leo. I said carefully, that's actually one of the biggest myths in science. Brain scans show we use all parts of our brain, just not all at once. He looked doubtful. But Mr. Reed showed us a movie clip and everything. He said even Einstein said it. I decided not to let it slide. The next day, I visited Leo's school during Innovation Week. Mr. Reed, a popular teacher known for his flashy experiments, welcomed me warmly when I introduced myself as a guest speaker. I faced a room of curious 7th graders, their Chromebooks open, NASA stickers on their water bottles. Who here has heard that we only use 10% of our brains? I began. Nearly every hand went up. Mr. Reed nodded from the back, arms crossed. I pulled up fMRI scans on the projector, colorful brain maps lighting up different regions. During different tasks, see this. When you speak, this part activates. When you solve a puzzle, this part fires up. When you daydream, yes, even then these networks are active. I showed a time-lapse of a brain thinking, remembering, feeling. There's no silent, unused 90%. It's all working, all the time. A student named Maya raised her hand. But what about the movie Lucy? They said, movies are stories. I smiled. Cool fiction, not cool science. Mr. Reed stepped forward. With all due respect, Dr. Evans, simplifying ideas helps students grasp them. The 10% idea inspires them to think bigger, but inspiration shouldn't be built on a false premise. I replied gently, we can inspire with real wonders like neuroplasticity, or how your brain rewires itself when you learn. The tension was palpable. After class, Mr. Reed pulled me aside in the hallway. You think you're helping, but you're confusing them. I've been teaching this for 15 years, and those 15 years, I said, neuroscience has advanced. Shouldn't our teaching advance too? 2 days later, Leo brought home a quiz. One question, true or false, humans use only 10% of their brain capacity. Leo marked false. It was marked wrong. When I met with the principal, Dr. Wilson, I brought published studies, TED Talks by neuroscientists, and curriculum guidelines from the National Science Teaching Association. Mr. Reed defended himself. It's an engaging way to introduce brain science, but it's incorrect, I said. And now my son is being penalized for knowing the truth. The solution was unconventional. Principal Wilson proposed a Mythbusters Week, where students would research a common myth and present their findings. Leo's team took on the 10% brain myth using my lab's resources. Their presentation went viral in the district. They even got retweeted by a famous neuroscientist. In the end, the school didn't just update its materials, they started a partnership with a local university for annual science updating workshops for teachers. Reed never apologized, but he did start including a segment called Fact versus Fiction in his lessons. And now, whenever Leo learns something new, he texts me, Dad, is this real science? Or is it a Mr. Reed special?